Good morning, pregame crew. It is Tuesday, April 19th, 2022, 8:21 a.m. Eastern, 6:21 a.m. Mountain Time. I'm Charkow Lori. You are at the pregame show. For all of you joining me early, thank you for being here. If you're joining me later in the day and looking at the video after the fact, you can fast forward to this as 6:30. At that time, I'll get started with indices, commodities, crypto, and movers and shakers of the day. Thank you for joining me. Hit that like button. Video, audio, visual check, please. Good morning, Bobo. Thanks, Chuck, me, myself, and I. Robert, yep. Empower. Anu, Rob, thank you. Maria, bonjour. Colby, Topher, Trainman, Mark. My girl Tammy, Amara, Asia, and Night Truck, my regulars. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. I am watching these markets closely right here. We are at the fulcrum. That's not the word for it. What is it? The tipping point right here, whatever that's called. I just went short NASDAQ. I'm shorting NASDAQ here. We're looking for a 30-minute lower high as we run into these EMAs. I'm doing a few micros. I'm taking it easy because I'm live. I want you to take note of what keeps holding on NASDAQ. This 0.618 keeps being an area where the market is bouncing, so I am making note of that. Hey, Chad, Tammy, Roger, Amira, Asia, thank you for letting me know the audio visual is good. I'm taking requests now. If you have any requests, I'll look at your ticker. And if you missed Dan's video yesterday, aftermarket, and he went over most likely scenarios using Costco as an example and Nat Gas as an example. Unbelievable. And that it's what's required in trading. I've been listening to Dan for 5 years now, 5 years and 3 months. I've been listening to his videos, and now I'm a chart gal. I work with him side by side, and I still watch his charts every day. I take notes. We all need to be learning it all the time, and you have to have that insatiable drive for knowledge in trading because you don't want to become stagnant. Now, you're not always wanting to change the variables of your trading system, but always learning and evolving into a better trader. I mean, who wants to stop learning? I think it's imperative and it's required to be a good trader is you have to be naturally curious and you want to constantly just seek out knowledge. And you have to have that or I don't think you could be a successful trader. Oh, thank you. Google for Tammy. It's so funny you trade Goog. Tammy, I trade Google. But they're very similar. Seven. Okay, we have a weekly double bottom for now. Here at 2531 yesterday, 2517. Bulls don't want to see that lost. We have earnings next week. Oh, that looks like a 4-hour falling wedge. Tammy, do you see that? See if it still holds true on the hourly. Yeah. See if I can do this path thing and make this work. We're getting lower highs here without a lot of, lower lows without a lot of follow through, giving indication of a potential falling wedge. I like Google over 2567 and I like it even more over 2575. Okay, Dino, you know what? That's so funny you bring that up. I just was making note of something. Look at this. Redfin reports nearly 1/3 of homeowners have a mortgage rate far below today's level, prompting some to stay put. So do y'all remember when we had the car shortage, or we still have it, but when it started with car chips, even actually started with COVID. With COVID, then we started getting a chip shortage and cars became more and more scarce. And what happened? We had names like, I'll get back to your question, Dino, AAP, that ran pretty hard over here from COVID. Look at this. From the COVID low, look at that run. So a lot of these auto parts, stay with me, a lot of these auto parts companies like O'Reilly, AutoZone, Advanced Auto Parts, they had unbelievable runs that started at COVID and remained as we have a car shortage. So people are more apt to buy parts and fix their car. I think that could be the ongoing narrative from here, Dino, for Home Depot. That's all fundamentals. I get it. But if people would rather fix up their house and stay put where they have a 3% mortgage than have to move and get a 5% mortgage. So I think that could be a big part of our ongoing narrative. And y'all also know that I like Home Depot for a hurricane trade. So what I'm watching for Home Depot, it hasn't proven a lot yet. We don't want this to be a 4-hour bear flag. 29872 needs to hold. First step is to get over 30201 and then 30629. I like Home Depot up here over 312, 313, feeling a little more confident that this daily bear flag, 4-hour bear flag is not happening. We needed over yesterday's high to negate this bear flag. And then I like the narrative that this low is most likely set. This weekly higher low is set if we're over 313. TSM, what's going on over at TSM land? The semiconductor, it should have outperformed QQQ yesterday. We're getting electrocuted by the 4-hour EMA's overhead. Potential hourly bear flag. I like it over 99.84. That puts it over the hourly 50 EMA and it puts it over yesterday's high. You have a pre-market support 98.15. I really don't like that. That's not happening on a lot of volume. 98.35 and then 97.47 is your support. Bulls got their work cut out for them to get over was that Thursday's high, that bearish engulfing candle on earnings reaction. They've got a lot of lower highs to hit and trend changes to get over that. Yep, Netflix earnings after the bell, Tesla tomorrow, USO. We double topped here at 82.48, 81.70. We have API estimates out tomorrow. Don't forget, oil bulls deserve a break. Everybody deserves a break. Support at 76.94, and you have resistance at 79.69 and 81.70. Is coin going to be okay? How are you doing, Bo? Okay. So Bitcoin took a turn yesterday during the market trade. Right after we opened, it made a surge right before the market made a surge. And Dan talked about that correlation and how it gave him a heads up about the market yesterday. So coin looked terrible at open, and then things started turning around as Bitcoin got its bounce on. So I think you could try a coin bottom fish compared to 14450. Your next support low of day yesterday, resistance 14869, 14950. You do have a squeeze developing down here as price tightens. But can I say it's going to be okay? No, we're in black dirt breakdown. This is the epitome of black dirt breakdown. This is a new all-time low, not a 52-week low, all-time low being set on coin. So no, they're not positioned well at all. They can get over 14950, maybe they can get a decent bounce going. ACB, now get started. Oh, that's awesome, Bo. That's wonderful. ACB potential 4-hour bear flag. Please be careful there. We got a double bottom, folks. 332, 333. That must hold for these poor little bulls that are just on the struggle bus. Below that, I'd watch 312 and, of course, support of 289. Struggle bus. I think it makes sense to watch the bulls at 332 and see if they can, or 333, and see if they can do anything here and try to turn this trend around. I agree, Pete. Morning. Hey, could you hit that like button for me? I'd appreciate it. All right, let's get started. Hi, I'm Chart Gal Lori. I'm part of the Chart Guys community, and we teach technical analysis. If you could give me a follow on Twitter, I'd appreciate it, Chart Gal Lori, and I will keep you up to date with what's happening with the market and, of course, what's happening with Chart Guys. And what I do here every morning is I go over the indices, commodities, crypto, movers and shakers of the day, and I try to get you ready for the trading day. And I copy these notes over into the Chart Guys community after I'm done, so TCG members can mark them up as they see fit. If you're interested in my chart setup, you can click on the link below in the video description to receive a PDF explanation. And then we have Queen of the Mountains setup. Oh, didn't mean to do that. And that's just my lingo for it's a higher conviction setup of the charts that I scanned this morning. Okay, I'm getting stopped out of that little NASDAQ short. I don't want it going up and making a new high, so I'm just going to back off till the market opens. Okay. The Hang Seng is down over approximately 2% and DAX down approximately 1%. They're slightly red, but our markets are turning green. Let's look at ES. You're welcome, Chris. The 4-hour is what we're watching. All eyes on 4-hour on most of our charts. Some of our charts, of course, look a little different, but I must say this 4-hour has the most clarity. We are running into this, it's apex. That's that word I was looking for. This just culmination of all of these EMAs resistance right here at 50 hourly 50 EMA, hourly 21 EMA, hourly 8 EMA. We have this resistance and we're looking for a potential lower high. Now the bulls can of course go straight to a higher high. Odds favor a lower high. Will it end up here or will it be here? So let's see what type of retrace that is. So we've retraced almost to 60%. So we've negated a bear flag. So that's good for market bulls. And now on a pullback, we're looking for a higher low. And I know sometimes my charts get a little busy. I would apologize for that, but I can't because it helps me with my trading and I'm constantly deleting my hen scratch, but keeping my key levels on the chart. So we have a synthetic resistance at 50 RSI. On any chart that you're on, go check out that 50 RSI. Is it supporting price or resisting price? It tells you so much. What does RSI stand for? Relative Strength Index. It's a simple statement on any time frame. If the RSI is below 50, it's weak. It's a relative strength. Over 50 strong, lower 50 weak. And the closer we get to 30, of course, it even gets even weaker. But 4-hour has been a major problem, 4-hour 50 RSI for ES for a while now. I need to do that. Come on, computer. And look at NASDAQ. 4-hour has been a problem since April 5th. For NASDAQ, making that 4-hour higher high, you guessed it. What does that mean? That means we're going to get over that 4-hour 50 RSI. So I like to use 50 RSI on my charts to give me clues and sometimes it'll break the 50 RSI before it breaks that key price resistance and it gives me a nice heads up. You're going to see some cool RSI tricks. Look at this OKTA. Look at 50 RSI has been resistant since November 19th. Look at that. Look at that. And so I commented this morning on Twitter, this is the ultimate walk the dog trick on the yo-yo. You know, the yo-yo walk the dog. That's what I call it when bears just walk down price in an orderly fashion, keeping it from getting oversold, keeping it from getting over 50 RSI, and they just keep it range bound. So it'll be notable if OKTA can get over daily 50 RSI, but I thought this was an extreme example to help you with the concept of 50 RSI. And I don't want to get too convoluted, but I do want to add one more fact set. Did you know that 50 RSI is equal to the 26 EMA? So a lot of people in our room use the 12 and 26 EMA. I use the 8 and 21 EMA. But it's neat to know that the 50 RSI is equal to the 26 EMA. Okay, well, if that's so, now let's go back here and tell me what that means. Do you see how price never got over the 26 EMA on the daily, 21 EMA? And if I were to plot the 26 EMA, you would see that it's not getting over the 26 EMA as well. And that is the equivalent to the 50 RSI. Hey, ain't it, MG? That's a lot of chops to the throat. I don't know how you survived that. Oh, actually, the only thing that made me go look at OKTA this morning was the CEO was on CNBC, and I really like him. Sounds intelligent anyway. All right, let's get back to ES. Let me get rid of all the hen scratch and give you the key levels. Resistance 4411, support 4355. Resistance 14019 on NASDAQ and support 13729. 4-hour, 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 4-hour. We got to set the weekly higher lows. The bulls want this weekly higher low set. We keep popping at this golden pocket on NASDAQ, and we got to change the 4-hour trend. They they ain't got to do anything, but they got to make a convincing 4-hour trend change in order for this weekly higher low to be put in. RTY, key resistance, I'm just going to round up here, 2005. Key support, 1977. And we're kind of lazily getting over the 50 RSI and then back under on the 4-hour. So I would say in theory, it's acting as synthetic resistance. And you'll notice I always say the word synthetic because it's not where price actually is. Sometimes price will match up where the 50 RSI is, but if I have dark pool levels, EMAs or RSI, let me type that out. What are definitions of synthetic or examples? Synthetic support and resistance. Okay, I'm back in my NQ short, by the way. Coming back down again, and now I'll put my stop over that high, the most recent high. Okay, looking for the 4-hour potential lower highs. Okay, examples of synthetic support and resistance, dark pool levels. And I'll show you an example of that with CRM. Okay, 50 RSI. Fibs. Those are not actual supports and resistances. They aren't. We know a general area of where they are, but they can serve as synthetic support and resistance. The only pure support and resistance that I will give you is by price action. Fibs, EMAs, moving averages. Here's another one, Ichimoku cloud. So here's examples of synthetic support and resistance. Let me show you a cool one right here. You want to see some support and resistance to synthetic, but working? Look at this. Look at Bitcoin. Look how the weekly Ichimoku cloud, which is a leading indicator, has been supporting price. Ready for another one? Look at Ethereum. Look at the weekly Ichimoku cloud is acting as synthetic support, supporting price. Super cool stuff. So those are examples of synthetic support and resistance. Now let me go show you my example with CRM as a dark pool. So this morning we have a CRM dark pool level of 18701. We had $40 million print after hours. So now I'm using that as my synthetic support. And I want to see if price can hold 18701. And bulls are hoping this dark pool level represents a hold. It's probably on the monthly. Of this monthly double bottom of 18444, and we hit 18553. We are at the monthly 50 MA. Can the bulls hold this monthly high or low? And is that what these dark pool level are attempting to do, is nail it? Possibly. And if they get over 18846, they increase their chances they've nailed it. They get over 18935, they really increase their chances they nailed it. And then we got to get a 4-hour trend change to feel more confident that that monthly double bottom is in for now. Oh, sorry about that. Drinking a thick protein shake this morning with my athletic greens in it, collagen protein in it, and I think I went a little overboard. Too much health trying to cram it in one glass. Okay, so we went over the major indices. We went over RTY. Let me give you Dow. Resistance 34460 and support 34226. US 10-year still got some pop in its step, which is a headwind still for NASDAQ. And if the QQQ bulls want to continue to just brush this off, that's fine. But this is not good for inflation. Not good whatsoever. VIX, I think it was a 4-hour. Yep, 4-hour inside bars. Resistance 2292, support 2219. And yesterday I talked to y'all about this little pattern that was developing on the 6-hour. It was clear. If we break 2085, that is a bear break, but you want to see 2028 go. You want to see that break for a real bear break. We need the VIX bulls to sit down out of this hourly EQ and break bear below 2198. Bitcoin, I cheated this morning. I copied Dan's comments. Looking for a 4-hour high or low. Still a potential bull flag as EMA support is catching up. So let's look at it. That's the 4-hour bull flag. We have support at 40571. You have resistance at 41268. And here's the level that bulls want to see clear to feel a little bit more confident this weekly high or low is set. Let me say that again. Bulls want to see 4-1, the 4-hour, Lori, 4157088 taken out to feel more confident that the weekly high or low is set. Ethereum bulls want to see 314519 taken out to feel more confident that the weekly high or low is set. Your new support 3029. Oh, you're welcome, Chris. Got some kind people in here. And just like that, I'm going to say it, and then the porn bots are going to turn on. Just kidding, stay away. Okay, we have the hourly 50 MA rejecting price, 1984. We just rejected there. We have a double top at 1985, 1984. We're testing this support here and losing it at 1977. Your next support, 1975. It's feeling, and this is just a feeling, I can't trade it, but it's feeling a lot more like this weekly lower highs being set. We've only been open, 2 days, Sunday night and yesterday, and we're getting a big upper wick on this candle at that 0.618 fib retracement. So it's feeling more and more, okay, that's not right. How did that slide down? It's feeling more and more like this weekly lower high is getting set here. We are still inside yesterday's range. Key support 1974, and we're close to breaking that. We need to hold 1962 to keep the daily higher high, higher lows going. Oil. So this is what it looks like is happening to me for oil. Now, don't forget we have the API estimates after hours at 4:30 Eastern. It feels as though we're setting up for a daily bull flag. Let me show you what I mean. You see on this 4 hour, we got this bear break. We're not getting a ton of follow through yet. On the hourly, we have a downtrend. On the 4 hour, we've broken support. Now, when we bounce, are we going to get a lower high compared to 109.20, which odds favor that, and then roll over? Or are the bulls and bears going to stage a fight over here to try to nail that daily higher low for a potential bull flag? It has, I would say things have changed in the last 30 minutes. 30 minutes ago, I was more convinced that a bull flag may be setting up. But if the bears keep picking up volume, 15 minutes oversold, bears keep picking up volume here, then that decreases the chances that we have a daily bull flag in play. Nat gas. What a beautiful trade Dan handed to everyone on a silver platter yesterday at 5 p.m. We set our hourly lower high, and then beautiful rollover. We hit this fib extension, 7.931 that I shared with you yesterday, and that next target is 8277. It's not totally out of the way. Whoever missed this run up, whomever, any nat gas hungry hippos that missed this run up, they're still looking for a buy-in. So I have the RSI alert set here for hourly oversold. I'm interested in a flip if we can get there. Getting a little lower wick. A bull's buying the dip here. Well, JP Miami, I love you like a brother. Yeah, and Amira Asia, I put my silver comments in commodities too, by the way. Okay, now, what we looking at today? Okay, I always have Apple on my list, but I wouldn't say that I have an Apple set up for you. If we get over 166.60, let me go set an alert. Bulls feel a lot better about possibly that weekly higher low being set and getting out of the woods for the market as a whole. Apple can give us clues for the market as a whole. We're looking for that weekly higher low. And if we can get over yesterday's high, we increase our chances that that weekly higher low is set. Of course, bulls want to see it over 171 to feel even better that that weekly higher low is it. I showed you my CRM example. I think this could be a good bottom fish level, and the bottom fish level goes to 18444. But of course, I'm using that dark pool level and we're testing it right here. If we lose yesterday's low, I'm probably less interested in this trade setup. Okay, so J&J. So Johnson & Johnson had an increase in dividend of 6.6%, yet they guided down, which I think that should have been priced in. But of course, that's just my thoughts. That's not tradable. I'm watching for volatility because, I mean, wouldn't you think COVID vaccine revenue would go down because most people have been vaccinated at this point, minus booster shots? So 175.52, it has been lost in pre-market. We're bouncing pretty good here. But what I see is this head and shoulders, which bears want to see it validated during regular trading hours where we break 175.52. It's just that dividend number has me, oh yeah, that's what I was looking for. Shoot, never mind. I thought we would be able to get a bounce play in regular trading hours because the guidance down, to me, that was already a known event. The dividend 6.6% increase was not known, and that's more bullish than bearish. So I was thinking this was more, it was oversold and overdone. But I would still watch it for tightening ranges. Put your fish and pole in there. Let's see what I can give you to help. Okay, nope, that's not it. The 17477 may be a dip buy fish and hole area for you, but wait for bulls to confirm. Okay. Lulu got an upgrade. I like a pullback on Lulu on a buy compared to the hourly low yesterday of 38569. Looks like the bulls are going to be greedy and not give us that, so you may have to just wait for hourly EMAs to catch up. Wait for a stair step, like a 1 or 2 minute. We're on a pullback and you wait for the break of the high of the low bar, and then you enter and put your stop below the low bar on any pullback. I like Lulu. I like this squeeze on the hourly. Holding this 4 hour, it's just been a relative outperformer, and it was a big upgrade. Let me show you what it was. Hopefully I won't make y'all sick. The scrolling. So that's a pretty big upgrade. Lulu Securities upgrades to price target of 495. That's more than 25%, 20% of where we are right now. That's a pretty big upgrade. So I like Lulu. Nvidia was a relative outperformer yesterday. I like Nvidia, looking for that weekly higher low to be set. I traded Nvidia multiple times yesterday. Let's get some levels here. So I like a pullback buy around 217.03 or 216. Yeah, BAC had a great day yesterday after their earnings. Plug got some news with Walmart. Ninjas only. I can't, yeah, it's gone too far since I typed this 2 hours ago, so I don't like it anymore. You may look for first 5 minute oversold as a trade idea on Plug. Semis. If this comes to fruition, I'm bullish on the day, but I will just say a caveat with this chart. This is not a high probability setup for me. And this is a bearish, this is a bullish diamond reversal pattern. So when you get diamonds at the top of uptrends, that means that could be a bearish reversal pattern. And the same thing holds true when you find it at the bottom of a trend. It's not as clearly developed as I would like to see, but if we can get a higher low compared to yesterday's low of 237.09 and then go break yesterday's high, then this diamond bullish reversal pattern is confirmed. And right before I went live, I was noticing that Marvell had some dark pool prints. Let me see where I put that. So Marvell, where was it? 23 million at 61.73. Then 61.73, you go put it on your chart. And that could act as synthetic support or resistance. Dark pool. So I know what that level is, why I have it marked. So Marvell is in semiconductors. That dark pull action can make it a darling this morning, so just watch that one. Sorry. Some people and their children. All right. Tesla. So Tesla's positioned better than most. We have a weekly inside bar yesterday. We held last week's low by 31 cents. So we have a weekly inside bar now. We have earnings tomorrow, which makes it untradeable for me with options. If I want to flip commons, yes. But I like Tesla bottom fish. But that's only if we're getting that NASDAQ 4 hour higher low and getting the NASDAQ 4 hour higher high. We need to get over yesterday's high, and then that next resistance is 1021 and then 1026. Sorry. You only knew how many messages I get, and I try to act like nothing's going on. What do I use for dark pool? I follow a bunch of Twitter heads, and I use black box stocks for my dark pool info. So I like Tesla long compared to 99683. And then finally Zen. Zen had so much unusual dark pool activity and unusual options flow over the last week. Someone knew obviously about this potential acquisition. So it's not guaranteed. I don't even know what the price that they're throwing around is, but it is bullish information. And I think that you could get some tightening ranges on Zen, ninjas only. ninjas only. So let me go make sure it's all on my list. That's it. I can go look at UPST for you. UPST 79. So your support 81.40, 80.84, 79.01, resistance 83.88. 4 hour is not oversold anymore. I would only like it as a short if it were coming up and touching the daily 8 EMA. When we have an air pocket between price and the 8 EMA, and that's between price and resistance or price and support, I don't always, but majority of the time I see a snap back to that 8 EMA. So I think a touch of the 8 EMA would be a great area, which is way up at $89 for a potential short. I feel like you're shorting in the hole down here. GoPro. That's a nice daily reversal candle. $8.84 resistance. So you've got a big shelf here of people are just putting shares right here. They're stacking them up at this 880, 890 level. We got to get through that. You have support at 864, 853. Daily chart looks better than most. Uptrend with a nice lower wick there. Silver. Okay. So we have a daily inside bar. We're opening up inside yesterday's range. So that daily candle, 25.80 is your key support for the day. We must have had some economic data for silver to have this little spike. Is it giving back that move? Yeah. These little spikes up are not seeing follow through. That'd be frustrating. Four-hour uptrend for now. We need to hold 26.02 and go take out 26.50. This is a nat gas example. This is exactly what the nat gas example that Dan was giving yesterday. Actually, this was a decent pullback. You would expected a lower high here, and they got a higher high. However, the bulls still look pretty tired up here. Top fishing 26.49 makes sense. I can look at AMD. AMD had a big dark pull yesterday. Really big one. 4-hour inside bars. Support $93 and 92.48. Resistance 94.90, 95.16. Y'all know what I'm going to say. Get over yesterday's high and this dang nuisance of the hourly 50 MA overhead. Over 95.16, I would buy a call and make it that simple. Hey, if we can get over 95.16, that means the bulls are proving something. If and only if NASDAQ is close to breaking the 4-hour lower high or has broken the lower high. I like it over 95.16. And then below that, you're not looking good. AMD has $9 billion worth of buybacks. I saw some big blocks coming through, and it somewhat convinced me that some of that buyback starting. I'll take one more request. If you could hit that like button before you leave, I would greatly appreciate it. Hit the notify button, hit the subscribe button. Just hit a button, okay? Go follow me on Twitter, Chart Gal Lori. I'd appreciate it. If you're interested in my chart setup, again, you can click on the video description below and get that PDF link of what all these colors mean. Going once, going twice on a ticker request. I'm gonna wrap it up for the day. ATER, high volume and pre-market, has been a pretty big bull. It gets pumped by a lot of Twitter heads, a whole lot. 660, 664 double top for now. And you better believe there's going to be a ton of bears waiting up there. It looks like a 4-hour bull flag. Bulls have control, but I'd be cautious when it hits 660. I'd look for any type of profit taking in that area. Important pre-market 626. Shot for Tammy and last one. Okay, we're looking for a potential weekly higher low compared to 510.02. Bulls are giving us no hope that that's in play yet. Pretty weak. Your support 55903, 556. We need to get over 58689 to feel confident that weekly higher low may be getting set. And then we got to go change that 4-hour trend and get over 622. All right, that's it for me. Hit that like button and use stop losses.